An information technology career is not the joy you think it is. I can complain about how much IT sucks, because I have been in the IT field for the better part of 2 decades. I joined the IT field during the dot-com boom when companies were hiring anybody that knew how to turn on a PC. IT looked pretty cool, just as it does today. I learned IT by building my own computers, back in the day, and strung them on the early internet through phone modems. I learned token ring networks for my small office, and taught myself how to troubleshoot all sorts of desktop crap for WordPress, Lotus and AutoCAD. I went to the local college and got myself a few Microsoft Server certs to throw on the resume. Like wannabes today, I took the first crappy job I could find, to get my foot in the door. I lasted 9 months before the company shut their doors. Luckily I had a buddy that worked at a company that was looking for anyone that could define FTP during the interview. Simply, they were looking for bodies, and away my IT career took off. The last decade I have solely worked in IT because of the golden handcuffs. I make IT money, and while I desperately would love to get the hell out of IT, I have little interest in starting over again, making $25,000 at some entry-level position. I burned out of IT 5 years in, but being basically lazy and unmotivated, I have stayed in the field. Worse still, is today I work for probably the worst company in the world. If you are interested in IT, then I can provide a reason you should find something else to do. Let me explain a few things. You will burn out in 1 to 3 years at your first job. You will leave that crappy job for another thinking it will be better. If you are motivated, you will leave a job every 2 to 3 years for greener pastures. They don't exist, but good luck. Yes, I know that statement is hyperbole. Of course there are good companies to work for. You just won't be working there. Whatever IT field you are in, like virtualization, systems, security, networking, they all move faster than you will ever be able to keep up. If you are superhuman, and can keep up, then you have zero life outside work. I know a dude that is on the IT track. Super smart. He is getting high-end certificates while finishing college. He also interns at a large company. He gets out of class, clocks in and out at work, then retires to his apartment for DevOps training. He has no life and likes it that way. He's keeping up. He has no family and does nothing but tap at the keyboard. But the dude is keeping in time with IT. Now, everyone else with a family, or interested in something other than IT, are working to mental exhaustion every day. They turn on Netflix, or Call of Duty, or the stove, or go to the gym, or do anything, but learn more crap for the career. This is a sure sign of burnout, which 95% of every IT employee has. It's why turnover is stupid. Companies don't train, they expect you to learn on your own time. My company will spend $15 million for firewalls, and millions more on yearly licenses, but won't drop a dime on training. Good luck having them pay for outside training. My manager's exact response was, "Watch YouTube." Okay, that's valid. If you want to be in IT, then you should take the time to educate yourself. But guess what, homie? If you ain't paying, then I'm going to learn what will benefit me. If the company wants me to learn something to benefit them, then they can pay for it. Otherwise I'm going to watch that web development training instead of Python. Maybe I'll hit that YouTube training to learn photography. Now, I know you are still thinking being in IT will be awesome. Here's some truth for entry-level toadies. I'm in a bunch of forums on Facebook for certifications and stuff. Everybody thinks that once they get some CompTIA certs then they are ready for the help desk or some entry-level networking job. To be fair, they probably are. They are really surprised when they aren't getting called back for entry-level jobs with entry certs in hand. Nobody wants to hire entry-level. Everyone thinks that there are millions of jobs in IT going unfilled. Not really. If that was true, then the jobs that I applied to wouldn't have 50 to 100 people applying for the same thing. And this is mid-level shit. All these studies say the IT field is the best for getting a job. It's no better or easier than any other professional type job. Freaking entry-level people suffer getting hired in this field. And when they do get hired, they get stuck on some shitty help desk for years waiting for their chance. Don't think for a minute that after you get the CompTIA trifecta you are desirable in the field. Oh, and you get those certs and are not hired in 3 to 6 months. You now have a problem. Recruiters will be wanting to know why you couldn't land a job. Maybe you can explain it and get in the door. But the competition says otherwise. They are always looking for fresher and newer. Want to be desirable in the field? Here's the key to getting hired. Show the know-it-all dicks sitting around the hiring table your GitHub account with project work. Show them you know how to configure that switch. If you still want to be miserable and secure an IT job, then you have to show the hiring managers project work you have done. By the way, in the interview, if all they care about is you having the answer to questions straight out of a textbook like some oral test, get the fuck up and leave. They don't know what they are doing, and you will suffer at the job. I've had questions asked in interviews that seem to come straight out of a certification exam. Nobody remembers this crap on the job. Nobody. You either do the task so many times it's like breathing or you're looking it up in the run book. Dude, people spend more time in Google looking shit up than they do in the management console. That's it for now. Stay tuned for more unmotivating IT videos.